Hello, it's Anna again. I wanted to make this next video about my surgery leading up to it, a little bit after, a little bit about recovery and stuff like that. So my surgery was May 28th, 2015, so almost 3 years now. And it was really rough, like, leading up to it because I was nervous. I thought I was gonna die, like, all of the thoughts about getting really big surgery. I was very scared. So like a month or so before, my doctors sent me a whole bunch of programs to like go through and watch. They're like little animated clips on surgery, this type of surgery, and like what they're gonna do, what to expect recovering, blah blah blah, in a perfect world, of course. So I took it with a grain of salt. And it didn't, I mean, it helped a little bit, but it didn't really make me feel any better because they made it seem so, oh, it'll be fine. This is what we're going to do for sure. And this is what's going to happen for sure. But everybody's body is different. So, yeah, it almost made me more nervous to watch those because I was like, I know this isn't how it's going to go because I have like a medical background. So I was worried it was going to go south and all of that. So like I said, the days leading up to it and the day of, I was terrified. Terrified I was going to die. My family was there and they were like, you're going to be okay. Everything's going to be great. In hopes. We all hoped. And they were all there the day of. And going into surgery, I just instantly started crying because I was terrified. And I knew it was going to be a lot of recovery and I was going to be in a lot of pain and all that. So it was a 5-hour surgery. I got over 200 sutures, and a couple transfusions, blood transfusions. I have cadaver bone in my back, which is kind of cool. 13-inch scar, 9 pins, 2 metal rods. So I get bragging rights at least for my scar, it's pretty cool, I think now. It makes me feel stronger. Just by having the scar. I know that sounds silly, but I don't know. So, when I woke up from surgery, I felt I had made a mistake because I was in so much pain and I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? What is happening? Like, obviously coming out of surgery is different for everybody. I handled anesthesia just fine. But the days after, I was in so much pain, multiple pain medications. I had a morphine drip, and at one point, I had to be taken off of one of the medications because my pupil was blown, meaning one of them was really big and one of them was pinpoint. So they thought I had something mentally going on, but I didn't. They took me off the med, and I was fine. So 5 days in the hospital. Each day was rough, but each day I got a little bit better. So eventually I could go home. And I actually was feeling pretty good my last day there. A lot of pain, of course, but I could function at least. I could walk a little bit, and the pain was a little more manageable. So, if you've ever stayed in a hospital, multiple tests are run every day and doctors come in, teams of doctors come in, and like you become a case, really, like they're studying you, like all of the residents and stuff like that come in and talk to you. You have to go get x-rays, all of that. It's so much fun. On the last day though, I had to be measured, like my weight and my height. I actually grew 2 inches, which was pretty cool. Again, bragging rights. So yeah. Oh, and then they had to pull out my drains because I had 2 drains in my back just for fluids and blood and all that. And that was really, really painful. Really painful and very weird feeling. I don't even know how to describe it. And I have 2 little dots where the drains were. So I still have scars from those. So yeah, my sister actually took me home, and driving in a car, or riding in a car, I couldn't drive yet, Riding in a car was really rough for a really long time. I needed a pillow. Every time someone would go over a bump or anything, I would get mad, like, because it hurt. It hurt really bad, and like tensing your muscles at all hurt really bad. So my sister took me home to my mom's house, and from then for 12 weeks, I couldn't bend, stretch, carry anything. I couldn't do anything. I had to just like walk very rigid and use a walker and all of that for 12 weeks. It was so, I was going crazy. I just wanted to get out of there. I wanted to go work out like I usually do. It was rough, but after that I could go to physical therapy, and from there it got better and better, my mobility and stuff like that. Now, the first stages of recovery, because I still feel like I'm recovering to some point, I realized that the surgery itself didn't fix my pain. Some people believe it'll fix the pain, but for me it did not. It fixed my back from becoming worse because, again, I had kyphosis, and just the short amount of time from being diagnosed to surgery, it changed dramatically. So it did help me in that aspect. But I mean, recovery for me has been really slow, and I still feel like I'm recovering. Every day is a challenge. I just try my best to stay healthy and active, and I've chosen to go the all natural route for medications. I don't really take medications, and sometimes that doesn't work for other people, but it's worked for me. So yeah, along with chronic pain, I've experienced anxiety and depression since surgery. It's gotten pretty bad at times, and I've been on a lot of antidepressants, anti-anxieties, but none of them have worked. And I've noticed since I've gone off those meds, I've actually felt pretty good. So I just try to stay positive and hopeful, do my best to stay healthy and eat right, exercise, just do all the things to stay positive. So yeah, I mean, the past 3 years have been hard for me. They really have. And I could get into depth in more videos about, employment even is hard with a fused back. Going to school wearing a backpack is hard, because I went back to school and got my bachelor's degree, but that was hard, really painful, even a tiny backpack. But these past 3 years have taught me to be mature, and they've taught me to be strong, and I can live with chronic pain. It's all up here. You just have to train yourself to find what works for you and get through it, and sometimes other people have different ways of dealing with it, and that's fine too. I'm just sharing my perspective of what happened with me, but I think about surgery all the time, and it was probably the worst week of my life. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, because I do believe it's gonna help me in the long run. Just the chronic pain is hard to deal with sometimes, but again, I'm here for you guys. If you have any other questions about chronic pain or how I deal with it, feel free to ask me on my Instagram or in the comments below. So yeah, I hope to make another video probably next week. I'm not sure what it's gonna be about yet, but I will let you all know. Thanks for watching. Bye.